In this AlignMix how-to video, you will learn how to export your sales territory design to a KML file. We can then take that KML file and import it into a different piece of software like Google Earth, Google MyMaps, or even Tableau. So to start, let's open up our AlignMix file. And as you can see here, we have all of our territories here, and we also have accounts imported. And if we zoom in, you'll see that we do have some sales reps. So the first thing we need to do now is to downgrade the zip codes to a lower resolution. And to do that, you click here on File, and then click on Update Geography. You can choose to save before continuing. I'll go ahead and click No. And now I will select the 5-digit zip codes low resolution. The reason we're exporting to low resolution is because Google MyMaps has a limit to your file sizes. So if we select low resolution, you'll be able to import these KML maps into Google MyMaps. If you're exporting a KML file and plan to use it in Tableau, you can leave it at the high resolution version. So let's click here on low resolution and click OK. And the software will now convert the shapes that you have right now that are in high res, and it'll make them low resolution. When that downgrade to low resolution is finished, your map will still be shown here on the screen, and you can go to Info, License and Copyright, and here you will see under Data License that you are in low resolution mode for these 5-digit zip codes. Let's go ahead and click OK. Now it's time to start the KML export. To do this export, you have to click here on File, then on Export, and then Export KML File. Now we have the option of choosing what type of KML files we want to export. You can export just territory boundaries, district boundaries, region boundaries, accounts. You can have them all exported together or as individual segment KML files. I recommend doing them at the individual level. There will be more files to deal with, but you won't hit that maximum file size that Google MyMaps does not allow. And you can also export your sales reps. For this video, I will just do the territory boundaries. Click on Next, and you can do it for all territories, or you can group them by districts, or include only visible territories if you've hidden some of those territories in your map. Now click Next. Here we can choose which data sets to omit from this export. If you have some sensitive information that you do not want to put on the cloud, you would simply deselect those data sets. And now click on Next. Here we just have our default settings for how these KMLs will appear when exported and then imported again. And now let's click here on Next again, and the process will begin. A save pop-up will appear, and you can click here to save it onto your desktop or anywhere else where you need to save that file. So now let's open up an internet browser and pull up Google MyMaps. So I pulled up my Google browser and typed in Google MyMaps, and that first result is exactly what we're looking for. So go ahead and click here on Google Maps, My Maps, and here you can see all the maps that I've already created. To create a new map, you click here on Create New Map, and you'll see the US appear. And now we simply click here on the Import button and locate that KML file that we've just created during the export from AlignMix. So let's click here to select a file, and here you can see the territories KML. I'm going to click here on Open, and as soon as I do that, the Google servers will process that KML file, and now they're going to overlay all of our territories that we created in AlignMix onto this Google MyMap. And there you go. Now when we zoom into an area, you can see the territories become outlined as we hover over them. When you click on one of them, you will see all the data pertaining to that one territory. All this data here was created during that export process. So now you can share this map with other people that don't have access to AlignMix by clicking here on the Share button, creating a custom link, and then sending that link to those users. And there you have it. You've just learned how to perform the KML export from AlignMix and then import those files into Google MyMaps.